Jenks. Terrilee, are you there? There, she's going to be there any second now. I was hoping you'd fall asleep on me there, Terry.
No, my work computer works so different than my laptop, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
okay.
I don't have a current picture either.
No, that's fine. Terrilee, we're gonna change it up a little bit, aren't we? We're going to talk about a dear pet of yours, and I'm going to let you share what was the challenges of it. Was a dog that you have.
Yep.
That passed away though, I think, right? Correct? But it
Yes,
had phenomenal results with our pet products, right? So if you would please, Terrilee, tell us about your challenges of your puppy.
Well, my story is about two pug brothers actually that both developed a neurological problem. I wish I'd had time today to look in the files because they were properly diagnosed by a vet in Chicago. And it's a rare body, a degenerative neurological disease that over time made them incapable of walking and being bowel continent. They were bladder continent, but they would not know that. And my son owned one of these brothers, and I owned the little runt. So it became such a difficult dog to own because of watching them drag their back legs and not being able to walk. So my son Jamie decided that Stephen just didn't have quality of life, and put him down when he was 9, I believe. Odie just became this little hospice dog with me because I'm a hospice case manager, and I carried him everywhere, and he had his wagon, and I would put him on patients' beds, and he pretty much lived in my car. And instead of I got a burly bike carrier, and I would take him for walks. Instead of walking with the leash, I would just put him in his wagon. So he went everywhere in a wagon, Odie in his wagon. Everybody knew that. And I started acupuncture on him. It was $85, and I did that every other week for a long time. After I left Chicago in 2012, I brought him out to Montana, and I found a really good vet that I had confidence in. And I looked for that acupuncture to work. I so much wanted, because she'd had some success with other dogs with neurological problems. So I kept thinking that it was going to work. And so I kept spending $85 and $85. And finally, a year later, I was thinking, oh my God, I've spent so much money. He still rides around in a wagon. still the same old Odie. And then you called. I'll never forget when you called me, because one of the very first things I got was those doggy treats. And I started him, and he loved them. And I started him on 2 in the morning, 2 at 3 times a day. He was 20 pounds. That's way too much. But it was so much cheaper than acupuncture. And I sprayed the drops on his food. And my unexpected results just have blown everyone away, and have this whole year. Because I think you called me in February.
Right.
And he just died of a UTI. I couldn't give him any more antibiotics. We went through 4 rounds, and he finally just died. But he's 17.
Wow.
But this is what happened when I started those treats that just blew everyone's mind. You know, dogs don't lie.
Exactly.
I started walking all around the yard. He wasn't dragging his feet. He was really walking.
Oh, amazing.
He got his energy back. It was just an unbelievable transformation in this dog. It's blown everyone's mind that something it was a long time that he had this problem.
Sure.
And 4 days, he was walking all around our yard.
4 days. 4 days.
We saw his feet be able to hold himself up in 2 days. And he was actually going in circles all around the front yard. I have movies of it because it just blew our mind. So yes, I'm on every product CTFO has.
You are, I know that.
I mean, there's not one I don't buy. I buy every single one of them.
Any favorites?
I love the skincare. I love the new, I mean, my hair on this new, I have 4 more inches of hair just from that hair system.
That's awesome.
And so my daughter-in-law has a hair salon here in Missoula, Montana, and she's starting to market that over there. But there's no disappointments. I sleep.
No.
There's, you know, I have a hard job working in hospice. I just lost 2 30-year-olds.
So sorry.
This last week, and sometimes I have trouble sleeping, but if I'm consistent with that oil, it just brings the whole body back into homeostasis. From what I've been able to read about the cannabinoid system, your body just gets back into wholeness, and I think that's what happened to Odie, and he became such a happy, chilled out dog. So yes, that was a great turnaround and he finally passed very peacefully at 17. So
wonderful. Thank you.
You gave him such a great last year, Diane. I got to tell you, thank you so much for calling me.
My pleasure. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Sharing and helping people and reaching out and touching lives. And
yes,
you know, dogs are a special place in my heart. So I've been waiting to hear this story, and I'm thrilled that you shared it with us. Thank you, Terrilee.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You bet.